40,000 years ago, on an open plain, a small child throws himself onto the ground, red-faced, screaming, inconsolable over nothing. His mother doesn't panic. She doesn't wonder what she did wrong, because she knows something we've forgotten. This isn't a problem, it's a trick. And her child is the greatest magician who ever lived, running it on her right now and winning. Now it's 6 p.m. You said no to a second cookie, and there's a small human on your floor, screaming like the world is ending. You feel like you're failing. You're not. What you're watching is one of the oldest survival strategies our species ever invented, and your child didn't learn it from you. They were born already knowing it. Here's the part nobody tells you. This was never really about the cookie, and tomorrow, when it's the toy, or the shoes, or the wrong-colored cup, it won't be about those either. They're just the excuse. Underneath every meltdown is something much older than whatever your toddler is crying over. Something quietly solving a problem they don't even know they have. And whatever it is, it's working on you. Right now. We've been taught to call this the terrible twos, a phase, a behavior problem, something to correct, to time out, to fix. And that story, that your child is malfunctioning, is exactly what makes 6 p.m. feel like a battle you're losing. But that story is wrong. To see why, you have to leave your kitchen and go back a few million years. Here's the setup evolution left us with. A human child is helpless for years, longer than almost any animal alive. To survive, that child needs a staggering amount from its parents: food, carrying, attention. And here's the twist that changes everything. The child wants more of it than the parent is built to give. Think about it from the child's side. Somewhere in your toddler's biology is a quiet instruction. Get everything you can now before a new sibling arrives to split it. The parent's biology says the opposite. Spread the investment, save some for the children still to come. Two agendas. One body on the floor. A biologist worked this out decades ago, and I'll come back to his name because what he proved is genuinely unsettling. Now, some of you are thinking, sure, but my kids' tantrums feel unhinged. Fair. So look at the people who live closest to how humans lived for most of our history. Among the Kung of the Kalahari, children nurse until 3 or 4, and when that ends, they throw tantrums so fierce they'll hit adults with sticks. And the adults, they don't punish it. They don't panic. They let it burn out. Because to them, this is just what a 3-year-old does. And it isn't one tribe. In 2005, anthropologists compared weaning across human cultures and even other primates. Chimps, baboons, monkeys, everywhere they looked, the same thing. The moment a mother starts pulling back, the child protests. Loudly, physically, every human society, multiple species. This isn't your kid, this isn't your parenting. That biologist I promised you, Robert Trivers, in 1974 he gave it a name, Parent-Offspring Conflict. And here's the line that should change how you see 6 p.m. forever. During a tantrum, the child isn't losing control. The child is using it. The screaming, the tears, the collapse, Trivers called them psychological weapons, tools, a toddler testing exactly how much they can pull from you before you hold the line, which sounds calculating until you realize your toddler has no idea they're doing it. There's no plan. Evolution did the planning. It wired the tantrum in 100,000 generations ago because the children who protested loudest got fed a little more, carried a little longer, and survived. You are looking at the winner of that bet. Your child descends from the best negotiators who ever screamed on a plane. So here's what actually broke. Not your child. The context. For most of human history, that meltdown happened inside a group. Grandmothers, aunts, cousins, a dozen hands. The protest hit a whole village and burned out fast. But you're standing alone in a kitchen at 6 p.m., one adult, no village, reading a 2-million-year-old negotiation as proof you're failing. You're not failing, you're just the only one in the room. That child on the ancient plane and the child on your kitchen floor, they're running the exact same program. The mother 40,000 years ago knew it would pass. It wasn't a problem to solve. It was a stage to outlast. So next time the screaming starts over a cookie, kneel down, breathe, and remember, your kid isn't broken. Your kid is 3, and 3 has meant this for longer than we've been human.